Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. So in this lesson we're going to get the GUI in place for the intro countdown. So in the previous lessons we implemented an intro countdown and the code to hold a block. Now we've done the GUI for the actual for the block, but not the intro countdown. So we're going to do that now. And I'm going to actually begin in the spawn block script. And I also have the game manager script open as well. So let's begin by copying this line, public float intro countdown, and we're going to paste that into the game manager script. So I'm going to change it to a public static, and it can be changed to an intro, and we can put that as max value equals 3. So let's save that off there. So now we have a max value in game manager. We're going to change this to intro countdown. And we'll change this to current value. And I'll just change that in the comments as well. And I'll also change it in game manager as well. So let's just save that all off, and we'll begin by coming to the void start. Obviously we don't need this line anymore, but we do need a new line, so we'll set the intro countdown current value to equal game manager dot intro countdown max value into the comments. So we'll just say that we're setting that to equal the maximum value and you can put from the game manager script if you wish. And with that done, we can actually come now to the void update, and I'll just copy intro countdown current value. So we'll change that to if current countdown value, I'll change that in the comments, is greater than 0. And we'll also change the next line. In fact, I'm going to change those. I'll just put max and current. They are a little bit long, those names. So let's just quickly go through that. So all we need to do is actually just copy and paste intro countdown current into all these instances within the void update. And I'll actually put that as static. We'll reference it directly. So let's just save that off. And let's come to the player GUI now. And we need to create variables, public texture 2D, and I'll just call this 3 countdown underscore 3 countdown, and into the comments create variable to store the texture for the number 3 for the countdown timer, and we'll just copy and we'll paste that in twice more. And I'm sure you don't need me to tell you, we're just going to change those to 2 and 1 respectively. So let's just go ahead and quickly do that. So once we've done that, we'll come to the Play GUI script. Obviously we have these new slots in the inspector, so let's come to the textures. Now I've created these textures here very simply. I'm just going to assign them. I'll make these textures available on the Patreon page for the higher tier Patreon, so go across if you want those, but you can make some up yourself if you wish. And I'm using ones that are going to fill the entire screen. It's just going to make this next little bit a little bit easier. So what we're going to do is obviously come down to the on GUI, and I'm going to come below where we begin the group, and the GUI and background and border. And I'm just going to come here again and put comment in. So I'm just putting a full line of comments, just as we did for the left-hand GUI. Just helps break things up nicely, I feel. Makes the script a little bit easier to read when you're scrolling through. And what we're going to do is say if, and we'll reference the spawn block script inside the brackets, and we're going to obviously use the intro countdown current is greater than 2. We'll come to the end of the line and we'll open and close, and we'll quickly put this into the comments. So if is greater than 2. Then we're going to use GUI and we're just going to draw a texture. In fact, let's just copy where we've actually drawn a texture before. So I'm doing this for the next block, GUI. So this will make things a lot quicker. So let's now have a look at this. We have GUI, draw texture, new rect. And I'll just move the lines up. So let's change what needs to be changed. And luckily this is simple. It's just going to be 0, 0. And we'll put the comma there as well. And we can just change that to this position in the comments, and we can delete the next line. So that's the position 0, 0 within the group, which is the whole screen. So just be aware of that. And it's just going to be by the screen width, by the screen height. So that makes the dimensions very simple. And then all we've got to do is say what we're displaying, which is 3 countdown. And we'll just change that into the comments. And once we've done that, that is it for the number 3. So we'll just copy that block. And we're just going to paste that in twice more. And of course, then we can actually just change what needs to be changed. So the first change is going to be to the first line. If intro countdown current is less than or equal to 2, double and we'll call this spawn block script again dot intro countdown current is greater than 1. And we'll just enter there. So let's just, we'll move the comment less than or equal to 2. And again, we'll put intro countdown current is greater than 1. Then what we're going to do is draw the 2 countdown number. And again, we're going to change this first line. So this time it's going to be less than or equal to 1. Again, we'll put the double and then we'll reference the spawn block script again, dot intro countdown current does not equal 0 exclamation point equals, and we'll just again we'll move the comments around. So less than or equal to 1. And intro countdown current does not equal 0. Otherwise it will just stay on screen forever. That's why we have this line here. And we'll just change the texture to 1 countdown. And then we can save this off. Let's downsize Visual Studio and we'll just test this out. So let's hit play. So 3, 2, 1, and the game begins. So let's just stop that there. So as we can see, the countdown is working. So I think we'll leave it there for this video. As always, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope to see you next time. And as always, until then, bye for now.